When people retire and they're like, yeah, I can do it, but I'm not getting an appetizer. You don't want to live your retirement that way. You want to retire and go, I'm getting the suite, I'm going first class, and if I want to stay an extra week, I'm doing it. The budget's not so tight that, oh, why didn't I work one more year? You don't want to be in that spot. And it doesn't sound like you are, which is great. Now, I love the way you're literally saying, I would write zero, I would circle the zero, yet I didn't know that baseline could be different. So, how has that impacted your day to day, just in terms of health, how you're feeling, things like that?
I can't describe it other than I feel lighter. I go to bed easier. I sleep easier. I wake up in the morning not like jumping up right away and like, oh, I got to get going. I'm like, I can have a leisurely wake up and relax. I can spend more time. I have dogs. I can spend more time with my dogs, which sounds silly, but it's really nice, and they really appreciate it too. And the number of things that around the house, just things that I had saying, oh, we should do that, and then not doing it because I always had an excuse, and now doing it and doing more of it. Not as much as my partner would like, but still getting more into it. So
Let's talk about that, because I have a lot of people, most people fall in one of two categories. I'm scared to retire because I don't know what I'm going to do. And I have a long list of things that once financially I know I'm good to go, I'm hitting the list. Do you find that you're bored? Do you worry about that aspect?
so it's only been since really mid-May that I haven't had a job, that I haven't gone to a job. So it may be too early to say I'm. I right now, no, I'm not bored. Partly, I never worried about finances, as I mentioned, and including retirement, because it just, there was a 401k set up, and my money would go in there, and I just ignored it, and it just kind of did its thing, and I never really bothered to learn. Well, how should I plan my finances, because I didn't need to worry about money. I was fortunate enough not to have to be in that case, and so the last month and a half I've spent watching your videos, watching other people's videos, trying to absorb as much of all the things that I should probably know. Even if I hire, the best financial advisors and planners, I don't want someone else to say this is what you need to do and I just go blindly yes or no. I want to be able to participate equally in that conversation. Because at the end of the day, if you're my financial planner and you make a decision for me that bankrupts me, you may feel bad, but it doesn't affect your finances, it affects my finances. So I should be part of that decision for my money and my future.
You're right. And so, yeah, Lewis, on that, a big thing I love you just said. So many of you are aware, but my parents were burned by multiple advisors. That's why I became an advisor. And my parents always used to say, look, I am currently making movies. That's what my parents do. And we want to have a CEO of our finances. So that's how they would phrase it when they go speak to someone. And I used to go, that's interesting. CEO, it's not, it's your money, it's not their money. Like, what do you mean CEO? And they go, well, we believe that we do great work making movies. We believe they should give us great advice. I said, well, I would love to be 6'5". I'm 5'4". Okay. We don't live in fairyland. Like, they have so many clients. How could they do it? And there was a little bit of my parents of, hey, what do you know? Which there was a right to think that. But the way I explain it now is when clients work with us, and every relationship's different, is you stay the CEO. And some people don't like that. They're like, I don't want to know where my money is. I don't want to know where I log in. I say, that's okay, but we will not be working together, because with us, we are the CFO and you are the CEO. And you're right. There are times, Lewis, where you may have heard me at one point talk about something called a Roth conversion or harvesting. And I have clients that will come to me and they'll say, Ari, I've already analyzed the conversions and here's what I'm going to do. And I'm so excited. And I said, but you told me you wanted to travel more with your mom. Is that right? They go, that's right, but not to interrupt the conversion strategy. And I'll say, what's the point? The point of this is, the sign of a good financial plan is an awesome life, not being 90 going, I did the best Roth conversion. At the same time, I don't want you mad at me going, well, why didn't we save on taxes when it was a no-brainer? So only you can answer the question of how much you want to travel and what you want it to look like. So I'm glad you're looking at it in that lens. Let's talk a little bit more about that recreational employment. So there's other offers potentially coming in, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
If I did not let you take them, which I have no say in, I'm just hypothetically hypothetical here. If would you go, oh, I think I would be like right now it's okay, it's only been a few months, but I think the purpose would start to itch and or would you go, the thought of just having another job and being forced to come in, or even if it's virtual, having forced work feels different than if I was a consultant and I think I'd want to explore that first. Like where's your mind at today?